This is DX Central Live.
a lot of boxes, but does it hurt that he plays in a smaller NBA market?
No, not at all.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. Sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
The Gulf South
to your corner of the world.
This is DX Central Live.
Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
Good evening. It's DX Central Live from the North Shore Studios here in Mandeville, Louisiana. Let me see if I can get this. It's been in the ham radio configuration all weekend with the International DX test. So now I got to get it ready for some AM DX here. Let me just situate it. Right about there. There we go. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to DX Central Live. So happy to have you here with us. Glad you could be part of the fun, as always. Interesting week, 920. Very interesting week. Yielded more than I thought it would, but somehow not as much as I thought. I don't know. It was an interesting week. So we'll talk about 920, and we'll do some DX here on 920 and just take a peruse of what we can hear from Mandeville. We've got the Jaguar software pulled up with our Perseus and the CAS, the 16x53 CAS. We've got the Elad FDMS 3 up tonight. We have it with the other two CASs, the Northwest and the Northeast, and the 16x53s in the South side. I don't have the RSPdx with the W6LVP loop because I'm rewiring all that right now as I'm putting up my second W6LVP loop. I just went this weekend and got the pole, the mounting pole for the loop. It's getting hard to find antenna masts these days. So I don't know if you remember, they used to have those little 5-foot antenna masts for like $8 or whatever it was. You could buy it at like Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, and they were, you could stack them up, right? You could put a 5-footer on top of a 5-footer on top of a 5-footer and just keep going and so on. Those I can't find anywhere. I went to multiple hardware stores in the area. Nobody had one. Second, I used to use top rail, like chain link fence top rail. They're 12 feet. It's about 10 and a half feet. I'm sorry. They're about 10 and a half feet. And they're about $20 or so. I went to one hardware store. They had 2 left, and both of them were bent kind of in the middle. And I was like, well, if I kind of bend that back the way it's supposed to, there's going to be a weak spot. It's going to break. And there you go. And then that was for like the regular like chrome kind of silver stainless steel top rail. They also had like the black, which was like $40. I'm like, I'm not paying $40 for an antenna mast. It's like a 10-foot antenna mast. No, I'm not doing that. So I just kept looking and kept looking and kept looking. I finally got a hardware store. I was looking in the conduit, like the EMT conduit and things like that. Nobody had anything like over 8 feet. 8 feet was the most I could find. I finally found one store after driving around all day, basically on Friday. And on Wednesday, I did this on Wednesday too, finally found a store that had 10-foot conduit, 1-inch diameter conduit that I could use. They had some that were 10 feet, but they were like that little tiny, like not even half-inch, like quarter-inch almost, tiny little things. You're not going to set a rotor on top of that. I need to put a rotor on top of this. So I needed to find inch diameter, 10-foot conduit. Couldn't find anything till I finally found some, and so I bought 2 because they had 2 left. I don't know. It's getting hard to find this stuff. So I bought the 2 they had left. I only needed 1, but I know I'm going to need another one eventually for like another FM antenna or something, so I just went ahead and got one while I was there. So this week, I'm going to focus some attention on getting that up in the air. I'm not sure if you guys also saw my posts, but this came in this last week, my little RTL SDR dongle. I've told people over and over and over, AMDXers asking about advice on SDRs, and they're like, what about these dongles, these little dongles like that? And I've told people, based on what other people have told me, I've never actually owned or used one of these. My first SDR was a AirSpy, the old HF Plus Dual. That had the 2 antenna inputs, one for HF, one for VHF. So I've been telling people not to use these for AM because, yeah, they're cheap, but they're not great for AM. They have overloading tendencies, and I've heard they're not great on FM. And that's all based on what I've been told by other DXers. And I got to feeling bad about that because here at DX Central, we don't give a recommendation unless we've actually used it, tested it, put it through its paces. so that if I'm telling you this is great or it's not great, you can know that there's been some work that's gone behind that. So my vow to you is from now on to never take another DXer's word for it. If I haven't used it, I'll say I haven't used it. But we're going to use now the RTL SDR dongle and try it out. Some people say they actually do get some DX with it. Others say not so much. So we're going to put it to its test. I have a lot of FM and AM transmitters here in the Louisiana, Southwest Louisiana area. So we'll see. We'll take a look at it, see if it's any good for AM or FM DX, and let you guys know about it. We'll be putting videos and write-ups and everything else on it here, hopefully pretty soon. All right, so we're getting ready. We're getting close to the top of the hour here, so you know what that means. We're going to be going red. Bill, get the sirens on standby. We're going red. We got 920 kilohertz. We got it on both our Perseus and on the Elad. And we're going to just see. I know I've got KARN and Little Rock is on my one of these. I think it's the Northwest wire CAS over here on the Elad. We'll take a look at that. And we've been tracking. We had a Mexican station and another Latin station that I haven't been able to pull out an ID from. I'm hoping it's something exotic, but I haven't been able to get an ID out of it just yet. As always, for this first hour of live AMDX, it's brought to you by some friends. This time, it's going to be brought to you by our friends at the International Radio Club of America. IRCAonline.org is where you want to go for more information about becoming a member of the IRCA. Well, let's not do that. Hold on. There we go. That's the one I wanted. A couple of pieces of housekeeping, though, before we get started on the DX. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not already a subscriber to the channel. We're over 730 almost now subscribers on the channel here, inching closer and closer and closer. And I know I'd have more if I had time to produce more content. I just haven't had time lately to put a lot of videos out. There's one video I've been working on now for several weeks. I've had to shoot it 5 times. 5 times I've shot this video, and I have to do it one more. It's still not ready. I have to reshoot it. I have high standards when it comes to my video production quality, so I'm not just going to throw just anything out there and make it look all grainy and nasty, and my head's cut off, and I look like a goober going, well, I think this is good radio. I'm not going to do that to you guys. You guys have come to expect a certain level of professionalism here at DX Central. We're going to continue to provide that. So we will be doing more videos, and especially hopefully this summer we'll have some time to do more videos as we do some lab work here on some antenna projects and whatnot. Don't forget also to subscribe to our Twitter account, twitter.com/DX Central. I've been doing this weekend a lot of talk about ham radio. We've been doing some ham radio work with the ARRL International DX phone contest, which had a lot of fun with that. Worked a couple of new countries, which was great. But we also obviously do all of our AM and FM stuff there. We announce whenever we put new videos on the channel or we go live. You'll hear it there first. I put things there that you aren't going to see anywhere else, really. Loggings and catches and stuff like that I'm hearing. Here's what I'm seeing. Analysis and things like that, especially during FMDX season, because I can't really do a live stream of FMDX, in case you guys ever wondered about that. With YouTube, they make it hard with their copyright stuff. I got my hand slapped hard last year with that. Learned my lesson, so no live FMDX streams this year until I figured out an alternative way of doing it. I'd have to always be turning it down so you couldn't hear anything. So I do a lot of that stuff on Twitter, my FMDX stuff. If you are an FMDXer and you want to talk more about it, or if you know of a venue where I can just stream my FMDX and not get copyright hit. Some folks have said Twitch may be good, or some of those, I don't know, or maybe is it UCT? I can't remember, the UCTV or whatever it's called. I don't remember. If you know of a venue where I can do that and not get royally slapped by the powers that be, let me know. And then also don't forget about our website, dxcentralonline.com. All of our information about DX, how to DX, what we recommend for DXing and everything else is up there. So make sure you check that out. All right, let's get started with the DX, though. Enough of me talking. It's that magical time of the hour. Here we go. Top of the hour time. We got the Perseus on deck. That's not the Perseus. Look at the Perseus on deck here. If I can get my mouse. I got a new keyboard, new mouse this week because my old one did not have... there it is. Did not have a scroll wheel on my... I had a trackpad. So I didn't have the little numerical keypad over here for the numbers, and I didn't have all the stuff I was looking for. So here we go. Now I got this new one, and it's great. It's a really nice one. I really like this new keyboard and whatnot. And there it is. Okay. So we got the Elad FDMS3 up and running. We've got the Perseus running with the Jaguar software. It's top of the hour time frame. Let's make it work.
With access to the latest technologies and remarkable benefits, transform your future at vacareers.va.gov.
So this is probably in the northwest configuration right now. Got the vactrol dialed in on that. We're probably going to be hearing Little Rock. We've also got the northeast wire here. I'm hearing kind of the same thing. We've managed to sneak in a couple of logs this week, including a couple new ones that I hadn't heard yet, which was nice. Previously, I'd only had 2 stations on this frequency. I'm up to 4 now. So that'll take that. That's not bad. My goal is to be at 4 or more on every frequency. It's my initial kind of target goal to get started. Now that I got 1 on every, my next one is kind of get 3 or more, and then 4 or more after that. And then just keep building on that.
And handicap and recap the week it was. Here's Jody Mack.
That's Little Rock.
Fourth and final hour on our special here on CBS Sports Radio.
Yeah, that's
Jody
Little
Mack
Rock.
making the most of it, coming live from the Rocket Mortgage. I've got a guy up.
So looking for Latins here. Let's move over to the Perseus. Probably going to have Little Rock over there, though. Kind of dominating.
Much more needle moving do we need to do here before we get ourselves baseball season. MLB columnist, insider, did it for years here in town.
We got a little bit of noise we have to contend with on this wire. This is the northwest.
John Harper joins me.
There's
here
the
on
northeast. You see the
CBS
noise is gone.
How you been, Harp?
Good, buddy. How you doing? Although
Good.
I'd rather be in Florida, so that's returning, but it's not happening right now.
See if I can get rid of that
You
clipping.
and thousands of others, including some...
Close all my
guys
software I'm not
business
using right now.
negotiations. Yes, they did meet today, which is a good sign. About an hour, 20, hour and a half, somewhere thereabouts. It was the turn of the players to put forth the proposal. And there were a couple of things in the proposal which were compromises, but not big compromises. And then
It doesn't like when I have OBS Studio and Jaguar and SDR Console all running. My computer's not a big fan of that.
When the outside perspective looking in, it's all but to be fair, it is. Who's right, who's wrong. You get baseball players watching baseball. I do come down a little bit more on the players' side because I think the owners are...
Yeah, Carl, sending healing thoughts to your wife. Hopefully everything is good, or on the mend at least. So we've noticed on the northeast wire to be GKA in Atlanta this week. Let me back to the Elad here. With the answer.
So I understand why the players union is fought when they were fighting early on the drop. They want to get the young players paid earlier. And then, of course, the big taking point is that collective threshold tax and all of that.
I'll put the link back in the chat.
I mean, I just think the owners need to move there. I mean, they're looking for somebody to save themselves from spending. Typically, creating a salary cap. They almost had earlier. But when you see things like the Angels and the Tigers come out of the street,
that's the Google form link if you're still submitting logs.
Not too long ago, it's almost like they need to be paid for themselves. Let's create a salary cap. So I'm a little bit wrong player side. I guess that's a long way of saying it.
Fair enough, but let me pose it to you a way that it was posed to me last.
So I bet that's what we have here. We have KARN in Little Rock.
He wanted to use the
probably WGKA.
He said, if in the last couple of CBAs,
the only other two that we've had here this week, the BOX in Bogalusa, which is kind of a daytimer, and XERE down in Mexico. We have them, La Comadre.
But the last couple of MLB owners have come out a little bit more in most people's perception ahead. The players are trying to get all 50 yards back over the last two collective bargaining in one thing. That they think that they can win by as much as they lost the last 28 combined, and the owners just aren't willing to give in all that money. You think that's a fair way to categorize what's going on right now?
To some degree, but I think that they dropped that pretty early on. They dropped that
Yep, that's them. You know, for just under 500 watts nighttime, they get out.
I don't think they
get out a lot.
I just think they could. But I think really, they would just, I don't think.
Let's go back over to the Perseus now, see if we have any of that stuff down to the south. I'll show you what I was looking at. So obviously we have this one here in Mexico, XERE. There's not a lot down here. Was hoping for maybe this Venezuelan. I don't even know if they're on the air. Maybe the Progresso. I've never heard them. I was really hoping for this one here in the Yucatan Peninsula here, since it's kind of a straight shot. I haven't heard Livingston. Or is that Newport? Livingston, yeah, LIV. I haven't heard them in a while. They were dominant during my Brasstown days. Usually during the daytime, actually. Believe it or not. That date, not anymore. It's kind of tough now, but back in the day, Brasstown was so good. So good for daytime. I could hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think definitely 6, possibly 7 states daytime from Brasstown back in the 90s. Not anymore. Now it's too noisy. This was the other one here, TCW and Whitesburg. As always, if you have a frequency you want us to check out, let us know in the chat. Moving my microphone pedal foot switch from the contest this weekend. It's in the way. There we go. Hey, Mike. The official DX Central Spanish translator.
After they shut it down last week, they negotiated late into the day on one day.
Hey, Alan, I'll be announcing that in about just under an hour. So you want us to check out 590? All right, we can do that. That'll be on the list. Tuesday. Yeah, we had a good one. We didn't go crazy on Monday or Tuesday this week. We did most of ours on Saturday night. We did a little bit Monday, Tuesday, but most of ours was Saturday night. We had a concert downtown New Orleans we went to, and then some other stuff there downtown. Saw some other musician friends that we know down the quarter. Hung out. It was a nice night, really nice. So stayed at our usual hotel we like to stay at downtown. So it was really nice. Hadn't done that since we moved down here. We went to Mississippi today. We did a little day trip over to Pass Christian, Gulfport. Hadn't done that yet since we moved here. Just wanted to check out the kind of the beach. Of course, you know what I was doing. I was scoping out locations. Oh, Rick. Oh, man, that sounds fantastic. I had a big roast beef po' boy this week. Oh, so nice. Of course, I'm giving up sodas for Lent, so it wasn't accompanied by my usual glass bottle of Barks root beer. So there you go. But that roast beef po' boy was so good. All right. So I think we are in pretty well here into the top of the hour now. Let's go ahead and do a quick break. When we come back, we're going to jump on some live AMDX here. I think we've kind of beaten 920 pretty well here. I mean, it's KRN, it's WGKA, maybe the station down in Mexico if we're lucky. That's about it. So I know we're going to be looking at 590 here in a little bit, so we'll take a look at that. And maybe some others if you guys have some ideas of what you want us to check out. We'll also be announcing here towards the top of the hour our new frequency for the week, for our week 16 of the challenge. If you can believe, it's been 16 weeks we've been doing this thing. Crazy. So we'll be right back and more live AMDX after this on DX Central Live.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
From the pages of its DX Monitor member bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teague Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teaguepublishing.com for more information. That's teaguepublishing.com. Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News member bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
The DX Central North Shore Studios. This is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
It's DX Central Live from the North Shore Studios here in Mandeville, Louisiana, every Sunday night at 7:45 Central, 1:45 a.m. Centrally, UTC. We've got through our first top of the hour alert, and I guess we're going to be heading up towards the next one. And we'll be announcing here as we get closer to the top of the hour. We'll be announcing our new frequency for the week, which I think you guys are going to like it. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited indeed. All right, so we've had a request here to talk about 590 kilohertz, so we'll go down there and do that. And do some live AMDX on 590. Also, obviously, we're doing the 920 this week. I completely know I have not yet published the 1150 results yet. Okay, working on that. My day job, which was getting pretty busy anyway. We just lost one of our account managers who left to go somewhere else. So I picked up 3 new accounts this week, and they're very, and this isn't an excuse, I'm just telling you guys a little story. 3 new accounts that are in pretty in one of those states where they need a lot of hand-holding right now, a lot of communication. So we've been pretty busy with that this week. And also being out, Tuesday and Wednesday, put that behind and everything else with the Mardi Gras stuff going on. So it's been a heck of a week. So, yes, I'll be getting that. I'm going to try to get that out tonight, the 1150 results tonight. And the 920 results probably tomorrow is my goal, to have those both out so we can have that nice, fresh, knocked out, good to go, ready to go for our new frequency of the week, which we'll be announcing here at the top of the hour. So real quick before we dive down to 590, as we always like to do here on DX Central Live, if you have any new stations, thank you, Mike. Actually, you just kind of reminded me of it. If you have any new stations you logged this week that were brand new loggings, let us know in the chat. They were new to you. Any new states, if you logged a new state this week, let us know about it over in the chat. If you logged a new country that you had never heard before, let us know in the chat. We like to celebrate those whenever we can here on DX Central Live. So drop those down in the chat if you logged a new station you had never logged before this week. Didn't have to be 920, just anything you logged this week. But 920 obviously is great. So anything you logged new, just a station, a new state, or a new country, drop it down in the chat. We'll give you a big celebration and party, as we like to do. I have a couple I'll be adding in for myself this week that we logged brand new on 920, actually. So, all right, let's pop down to 590 kilohertz. Again, this first hour here of Live AMDX is brought to you by the International Radio Club of America. IRCAonline.org is where you want to go for more information about becoming a member. We thank them for all their support that they give us here on DX Central Live. Them and the NRC, both great clubs. Just got my most recent DX news in from the NRC in this week, and been reading through it. And it always, I always love reading through it. It's always fun to do anyway. I know I'm talking about the NRC during the IRCA hour, but I also do the same thing with my digital copy of the DX monitor. And it's always great to see what everybody's hearing, but when I hear people talking a lot about, for the challenge this week, got this new one or whatever, and then I noticed on one of them, there was like just nothing but 1150, just all these 1150 logs. And it warmed my heart so much to see you guys jumping on these challenges, having a lot of fun, getting some good results. So thank you for that. It means a lot to me to see the response that the live stream and the channel and everything else has gotten here. So thank you guys so much. All right, let's do this 590 kilohertz. Let's take a listen and see. This is by request. Let me actually jump over. I'm going to jump off the Perseus for right now, off the south wire, because I've got my, I don't have my vactrol on that antenna anymore. I was going to pop over to my northeast southwest wire and throw it in the southwest with the vactrol, but I don't have that wire vactroled right now. We can still see if we hear anything. So let's try the Elad FDMS3 with the northeast southwest CAS, and if not, then we'll go down to our south wire here on the other CAS, on the Perseus. I'll have to throw it into lower sideband because we do have 600 here in New Orleans. Yeah, Bill, it's we're supposed to be getting it tomorrow, I think, here in Louisiana. Don't mind the clipping, you guys. I know it's going to do it here as I load on the internet. But at least want to see where we're looking at lightning-wise here. Even though this website is a resource hog. There we go. There's all of our lightning. So just to my north, up in upper Arkansas, lower Missouri, into Oklahoma, up into Illinois and Kentucky. That's where all the lightning is right now. So if you're hearing lightning crashes, there you go. Let me see, Mike. I have not looked in a while. I have FD in Reynosa, La Mejor, and I've got Mexico City, the XEPH Más Caliente. Those are the two I have on 590. So the one right there on the border, and then the one obviously down further south. Yeah, I'd imagine, Keegan, you're swamped by static crashes right now. Is that the one with the kind of the vocals in there? Yeah, I hear it. Male singing. I wonder if that's Cuba. Let's take a look. Let's go over to the Perseus with our south wire. This will sniff it out. That's got to be Cuba. No, it's the Radio Musical. This guy. They got a big booming signal here a lot. Do you hear the Reynosa station at all, Mike? I'm thinking that's who that is underneath here with the Spanish pop. But that opera is absolutely Cuba. Talking about the Cuban Rob? Did you listen to it online? I'm thinking this has to be them. I hear a lot of stuff like this from them in the past. And it's impressive to note that front to back on this antenna, now that I'm pointing towards the south, right? I'm looking towards the south. I'm nulling out everything to my north. What are you not hearing anymore? Not hearing static crashes. Not a lot. I've never noticed that before. That's impressive. We actually nulled out lightning. I'd love this one to be one of them I'm hearing. In Colombia, Medellin. I'm guessing, though, it's Reynosa. But it has kind of that Cuban salsa piano flair, which I don't hear as much coming out of Mexico. I hear it more out of Cuba and Colombia. So maybe Unless that's rebellion, which I can check. Nope, that's not rebellion that I was hearing over here. Nicely done, Carl. Isn't that, you said those from like September, right? Or is it August? Because you've done those 300? So we've got the opera station, which is Radio Musical International, essentially, out of Cuba, here on the north end of the island. Or not international, Radio Musical National. That's the operatic stuff we're hearing now. That I think, Mike, that's what you're talking about. That sounds anthemic. That's the opera from Cuba. And then we've got another station playing kind of that salsa-ish. Not hearing as loud. Well, they're there. Okay. I typically don't hear like Cuban style music on a lot of the Mexicans. It's more Tejano ranchero, stuff like that. So that kind of threw me. I was hoping it was Colombia. Impacto. That's it's on my list of places to visit. New Iberia. I want to do a kind of a pilgrimage to Acadian Cajun country. Lafayette, Thibodeau, Mamou. New Iberia is on the list. $225. That's what I've got. Well, I've got my. Swap it back over to the Elad. I've got my northeast southwest wire, which is right now facing northeast. So it's facing at 35, but on the back end's 215. And I have a variable resistor on there right now. I don't have a vactrol on it. Because I took that off to go to the front wire. It'd be on this one here. This would be the wire we'd be coming in on, but November, nice. Nicely done, Carl. 300 since November. It's impressive. We're gonna fly that celebratory congratulations for Chuck for ZNS 810 Freeport a week ago tonight. Nicely done, man. Nicely done. Alan, that is the opera station is Cuba. Radio Musica Nacional. So this is that northeast-southwest wire mic. If I had the vactrol, I could throw it all southwest and it'd be just Mexico all day. I'll be fixing that one soon. On the flip side, this is the southeast-northwest wire, which is currently configured for northwest, but with the vactrol, I can throw the southeast back in, and that's where we hear the opera very, very loud again. Yeah, if you want to throw the links in for what you heard, I'm sure that Mike and some of the other folks here would love to give it a shot. Alan's got the new one from the Cuban. Nicely done, man. And I forgot to do it for Rob as well. Good job, Rob. I don't know where the clapping is. Come on, clapping. There we go. Rob also gets a new one here this week on 590 with Cuba and RMN. So we're getting some new ones in here. I love hearing that. We're actually over on the Elad. I can swap that over here. Oh, okay. Okay, you got my attention on that one. Okay, hold up. We're going to swing by 920 for a second because Rob just said the magic words to me. Easy looking offset for a deep South American country. So we're going to throw this. There's the 924. Let's see if I can get that up a little bit with my vactrol here. Really diving into it a little bit. Nope, there it went away. Come on. Come on. You know how bad I want that. Okay, big fade. Okay, that's good to know. Right there, 926. Let me throw this in lower sideband. There it is. There's Little Rock. don't see anything else reported around that spot. Oh, Paraguay. 100 kilowatt too. Okay, that's going on the dry erase board as a target. That's good, especially for this summer. When we get some of that trans-equatorial stuff enhanced, that's going on the list of ones I'm going to obsess over. Yeah, when we start getting better trans-equatorial conditions, I'm going to be obsessed about this one now, because that's one I want bad. I would be obsessing over Argentina on 870, but, you know, WWL kind of makes that a little bit of a downer. I think there's another Argentinian that someone told me about that was pretty good, but now 147 degrees, I'm at 150. So I should be dead almost on site on this 100K station out of Paraguay on 920, and they have a very easy to find offset. You just made my night, Rob. You just made my night. That's going up on the board. Right now, before I forget it. Get the red marker. And 19.926. 919.926. There it is. Up on the dry erase. All right, let's see. Oh, let's go back down to 590 again. See if we can help some folks add that Cuban that haven't gotten them yet. 1030 is the Argentine. Who is it? Del Plata? Is that the one for Argentina? Del Plata? On 1030? 25K? I will take your word for it. And I'll give them a shot. But I'm now obsessed with Paraguay on 920. That's happening. I'm not going to stop until I add that one to the log. Okay, Rob, I'll give that one a shot as well. It seems like I would have a tough shot at that power, but if people are hearing it, the 25K, that's good. I'll give that one a damn good shot. Ah, yes, Alan brings up, speaking of Cuba here, Alan brings up our very famous Cuban warbler on 870.
To the bottom of the second inning, where your Tigers lead it 2-1 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
So we're going to give this a shot again.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider.
I'm on the wrong one. I'm on my Jaguar. Let me move over to the Elad. Okay. Elad 870. We're going to explore the one here. This is the infamous Cuban warbler on 870.
To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
So the first thing I have to do is vactrol the northwest wire.
The scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-568-2790.
Get a bit of a null.
Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford.
Can Lloyd effectively null enough of a 50,000 watt station to his south, separated by me and basically salt water, to be able to hear Cuba? Let's try. Let's give it a shot. And I just screwed up my tuning.
Thousands worth of new.
All right, so we've got the North.
Schedule an appointment with one of our tax pros and learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Before you hire someone to work on your home or business, protect yourself. Go to lacontractor.org and make sure
Right
he or
there.
she is licensed.
There's a nice little dip.
That's lacontractor.org for a list of over 20,000
Let's see what we can do.
licensed contractors. It's your money. Make wise decisions and protect yourself.
This is WWL.
Back to live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Versus.
Fans, Tabasco sauce has been exciting taste buds for over 150 years. Bring the heat to your next game day with Tabasco sauce, the #1 pick of the LSU Tigers. Go Tigers! Top of the second inning, Grant Taylor back out on the bump. Taylor, only 13 pitches in the first inning, did allow a run, starts it off with a breaking ball for a strike. He will face 6, 7, 8 in the order, starting off with Chase Wesner, the first baseman.
Oh, come on.
Another breaking ball misses off the
Hold on, let me
outside
restart
corner,
my
moves up the count.
phase. This one's so hard to do.
Bullpen out in left center field, lefty Riley Cooper has begun throwing for the Tigers.
Wesner hitting .235 on the year. Hits this one foul to the right side. It will stay in the third deck.
I can hear it. There it is.
I told you.
You hear it?
At some point, you might have to pick up about 2 minutes of the broadcast. I need one more foul ball and I'd go home and start a war.
Happy to do it.
Or else I'm going to have to get the jigsaw out and cut this one in half for my 2 older sons. Breaking ball of beauty. Strike 1, strike 3. The first strikeout of the game for Grant Taylor. That strikeout brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. And that was Uncle Charlie there, Bill.
Beautiful pitch by Grant Taylor. Hopefully they'll give the young man.
Try it on the reverse.
Taylor knocked him around.
This is so hard.
In the first inning, though, he gave up just 1 run.
Now Kobe Andrade.
This is probably one of the hardest things that I've tried to do in AMDX is null down WWL enough when it's a local.
Andrade just 1 for 6 on the year, 167 average.
That fastball catches the outside corner, and the mid is popping tonight with Grant Taylor on the mound. Fastball.
95 on that heater from Grant Taylor.
This is so difficult.
Once again in the driver's seat, trying to match his counterpart, Will Rigney, pitch for pitch. Breaking ball, whoa, not sure where that one missed. Wow, that was a beauty. 2-2.
This is a tough one, y'all.
Slap foul down the left field line. Esteban Cardozo-Quindo waits on.
That's the best I've had it there tonight.
And Taylor again with the 2-2.
Let's see if I can continue to tweak it a bit.
Fastball. Wow, not sure where that one missed.
I've been able to give him a nice big dip and hear Cuba underneath, but tonight.
What seemed to be 2 beautiful strikeout pitches.
I'll show you in a second, Mike.
3-2. Fastball upstairs.
Wow, that's tough for Taylor. A couple of beautiful pitches. One a breaking pitch, one a fastball. Neither called a strike, and he fires ball 4.
When you get a home plate umpire and they miss one, a lot of times that guy will give it to you on that pitch that was the 2-2 pitch.
That's right. That's right.
And Ronnie Teague just not feeling very generous tonight. And that's going to bring up Cardozo-Quindo. Pitch to Esteban misses away. It's 1-0.
He's hitting .250
I'm getting both ground and skywave here
He scores 6 runs.
from WWL.
Another of the Baylor hitters batting for the left side.
It's almost impossible to know that out.
Lefty against the right-hander Taylor.
I do have. Hold on, let me pull up. I've got a recording of this that I can actually play for you guys that I did when I was in Charleston. Reload. Here it is. Not sure if you could hear that. Let me play it one more time here. Let me turn off the fan for a second so I can reduce the background noise. This was when I was in Charleston. This was September 1st. That was, the warble is coming from Radio Reloj in Cuba. A lot of people back in the summer, it started sometime in early summer, June, July-ish, is when I first started to note it. And a lot of people thought it was WWL when they were really started kind of hearing it was like in September-ish, and people thought it was WWL because of the storm damage from Ida, but it wasn't. I could hear WWL fine, and you can tell I can still hear him fine. But the warble exists still, and you can actually hear it on that clip. That's the little RR Morse code that's being so poorly modulated that it's going through that warble. It's a cheap Chinese transmitter, super on the offset. They're almost dead on offset, but the modulation is just all over the place on some of these. And you'll hear some of them that are super distorted, and then you'll hear ones like that that have that warble on there. I think I've heard some of the Progressos that have it on there every once in a while. It's pretty bad, actually. So I have a question from our friend Mike down in Mexico about how to dial in on a offset in Jaguar. So I'll show you what I mean here. So here we are. Let's go to... Where's a better one than this one? Do we have one of the 1090s? Oh, man, I would love to get Peru in here tonight. That'd be nice. I haven't had Peru yet this season. And I'd love to have them here in Mandeville. No? Okay. Well, we'll just pretend. So you'll see here, we have a nice little spike over here, Mike, off to the side. You have this button right here. You see the diamond here. This is the clean view. Next to that, there's a little number. That's your zoom that you have for your offsets here. So if I come over here and I click on that, you'll see there's a 3, there's a 4, there's a 5. We're getting real zoomed in. Now we go back out to 1. So if I want to see what this one is here at this 20 or this .030, I just click on it and it goes right to it. And then what I usually do is I'll use the upper or lower sideband. If I'm on the upper side, I'll go upper sideband. If I'm lower, I'll go lower. To get away from the interference that I might be getting from the main carrier frequency. So that's all you have to do is just click on where you see the warble right above where you have all your little frequency bars here. Right above that, you'll see when you start to see that little flag of the offset itself. If you click on it, doop, it'll change it. I'm just gonna click on it here. Now let's just pretend my Peruvian was in right now at .976. Right about there. Right. Oop, I keep missing it. This mouse is really sensitive. So I just clicked there. Yep. So you'll see as you kind of click up here, that's how you get to it. Super easy. And if it's far enough off, if you can really use that lower upper sideband to get away from the noise, it helps out quite a bit. All right, we're going to do a really quick break. When we come back, we're going to get ready for hour 2. We're going to announce our new frequency of the week for week 16 of the Medium Wave Frequency Challenge. Don't go anywhere. More DX Central Live coming up.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News Member Bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teague Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teaguepublishing.com for more information. That's teaguepublishing.com. From the pages of its DX Monitor Member Bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the DX Central North Shore Studios, this is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
It's DX Central Live from the North Shore Studios here in Mandeville, Louisiana. Every Sunday night right here on YouTube. Thank you all for joining. We appreciate your support as always. Been so much fun hanging out with you all season long. This has been one of my favorite DX seasons I've ever been in. Participated in, and it's because of the interaction that we've had. It's the fun that we've had. Logged a lot of great stuff, had a lot of fun. So really, really, really enjoyed our time here each week, and the conversations that it elicits as well, like on social media and stuff like that. So, all right. So one more piece of kind of housekeeping, and then we'll get into our new frequency of the week. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber yet, make sure you subscribe to our channel here, DX Central, and click the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are available. As I mentioned earlier, got a couple in the works right now if I can get my camera to cooperate. Don't forget to also follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/DX Central, if you want to know more about when we're going live, when we post new videos, that kind of stuff. We always kind of talk about it there on Twitter. And then also our website. It's dxcentralonline.com. Lots of information about DXing, propagation, how to DX, what to do with your DX that you catch, all that kind of stuff. We have prepared QSL cards if you're still sending out QSLs that you want to receive back, or you want to send out reception reports, which also we have a prepared reception report as well. So a lot of good stuff there. Check us out, dxcentralonline.com. All right, go ahead and send your guesses over if you want to, of what frequency you think we're going to be doing this week. This is always one of my little favorite moments of the week. We're getting close to top of the hour here, though, so let's go ahead and get ourself ready. This hour of DX is brought to you by... National Radio Club. NationalRadioClub.org is the website address for more information about membership and how you can become a member and get all of the perks that come with it as well. Again, thank you to both clubs, IRCA and NRC, for all your support that you give us in and out every single week. Love you guys so much at the clubs. All right, so it's time to announce our frequency for the week. We've done a lot this season. We've done graveyarders. We've done clear channels. We've done regionals. We did the expanded band. We've done some groups of frequencies. We did some single frequencies. We've done frequencies where I supposedly only had one station available, but it turned out there was more. Who knew? One of my absolute favorites, though, whenever we do it here, is when we do a group of frequencies. You guys always seem to have so much fun with it. I know I do as well. It's a lot of fun just to kind of focus in on that little range of frequencies. So we're gonna do that again this week. I try to do it where we have frequencies that are not. I gotta hurry up. That are not regionals because there's too much there. So we're gonna do it on some largely clear channel frequencies. This week, our frequency of the week is everything between 693 and 783. So basically the clear channel stations are on 700 plus 730 thrown in for good measure. So let's start ourselves off. And I do the 693 in there to include our friends who are out of the United States as well. So everything from 693 to 783. Top of the hour time, though. Let's go. $700, we're going to start with you and see if we can get maybe Columbia here on 700 on our Latin wire. Let's go. I need to upper sideband away from my local.
Steering them away from the wrong treatment. Helen Lewis, staff writer at the Atlantic. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Nope. Let's try 710. Here we go. This is going to be Cuba, Cuba, Cuba. All day Cuba. The Rebellion Wall.
Nueva parada en Latinoamérica. Llegamos a Guatemala. Allí lo más sonado es Sobrio de Maluma, BTS, Butter y Lizzy de Rinas de Guayaba. Y para el latinoamericano, ahora desde Guatemala.
New form is in the Google chat. The YouTube chat, I guess. Nope, that's the old one. Never mind, hold on.
I've been taking all this medicine, yeah. Are you real or a hallucination? I don't know. I got to know. Hey girl, you are what I've been looking for.
There we go. That's the right one. So this is Rebellion in Cuba, which will validate here on. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, no, it is. I got psyched out there for a second. Cuba, Cuba, Cuba. I have not yet, Chuck, not from here. It's been all either WLW in Cincinnati, or what's the other one I have on 700? I think it's Columbia. No, it's Mexico. We have two Mexican stations. We have XEETCH and XEDKR, both in Mexico. Those are the two we have in addition to Cincinnati. No Utah yet, but that's on my target list. Ooh, do we have here on 720? Oh. I bet that's Texas. Looks like it. Rick, CJLI. I have not heard them here. I'm assuming this one on 720 is Texas. Universal City. But when we had the top of the hour here, they had a silent period where I'm guessing their automation was playing the ID, but it wasn't turned up. I've made that mistake before. See? This is probably where they're doing their ID and their automation. Nobody's hearing it. And then back to their network programming. Now, of course, here in Louisiana, where I am, 7:30 means one thing.
Transmitimos desde Tlalpan 3000, Colonia Espartaco, Ciudad de México.
Código postal 45080.
Transmitiendo con 60.000 watts de potencia.
Para llevar el deporte hasta donde estés.
W Deportes, 730 AM.
Levels del deporte.
W Deportes, 730 AM.
Levels
Del deporte.
Let's go back live here. This is XEX down in Mexico on 7:30. It's supposed to be a Deportes station, but I'm not hearing a lot of Deportes. Alan 710 is going to be Cuba Radio Rebelde. They are the... There they are. Bit of an echo to it. That's because they have, you see all these transmitters they have down here on the island. Look at all that. And that's not even their biggest smattering of transmitters they have for Rebelde. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I'm counting there. Five? Well, one of those is a Guama. Okay, fair enough. 5, 6, 7. Aha, I knew it. 2 more. 7 transmitters on 710. And again, that's not even their biggest. This is their biggest. 1180. Look at all of that. That is what we call the Rebelde Wall. There are some great stations down in South America I would love to be able to hear, but Rebelde makes that impossible. So there you go. That's what 710 is here, at least in Mandeville, is Rebelde all day. There's some great stations down here in South America I would love to be hearing. I'm not going to get through Rebelde. Again, 720, I'm pretty sure here is, for me, this religious station is KSAH in Universal City, Tejas, outside of San Antonio. We're assuming since they didn't actually play their ID at the top of the hour. Naughty, naughty. 7:30 for me is W Deportes out of Mexico here, XEX. Would love to be able to get some of this stuff down here. But there's really not too much. Well, there is this one here in Peru I'd like to be getting. A 50K, that'd be a nice one to have. And just right on the coast, too. Damn, that'd be good. $740. Here is largely 2 stations. We have KRMG Tulsa, but the primary is KTRH in Houston. So probably that's what we're getting here. But look at what we got down here. We got We got some options down to my south here that are potentials that I'm gonna have to keep an eye out here on 740. See if I can vactrol or phase my way into this Central American area here, Nicaragua. This would be nice. 50 kilowatts out of Managua. Would love to have that. Yes, Carl, it is everything between 690 and 783. I'm guessing that Blue Oyster was someone running Coast to Coast, maybe? Replay of Coast to Coast? Don't they do replays early on Sunday nights? I thought I heard George Norrie in there talking. Especially now that I'm not hearing him anymore. But yeah. Right on cue. I do have this XEQN formula out of Mexico here on 740, but I really want to get down here. Some of this, break this little cluster here up, maybe even into Colombia here with this 50K station down here. 750.
Was, being used, and that's kind of what I saw here, and I thought...
It's Atlanta?
It didn't even look like it was done.
And then every once in a while, I'll hear a Spanish station in here, and I'll get all excited.
From, Jeremy Ratliff from WOKV that has been sitting there for like 14 years now.
I get all excited, and it turns out to be Progresso.
You heard explosions in the building kind of...
Alan, yes it is.
Oh, okay. So there was a structural issue in the parking garage. Have you heard about? Let me ask you.
So I haven't heard anything else here on 750. This is one of my target frequencies I have to get more on. I have Gretna here locally during the daytime, Atlanta at night, and Progresso, Cuba at night. I did manage to pull Oklahoma station that was running on. It's a daytime station here, KSEO. They were daytime only, and I managed to pull them when they were on late one night when they weren't supposed to be. Naughty. So I did get them, but that's really all I've heard on 750. So this is one of my target frequencies here for this week. I want to really see if I can flush it out. 760. Obviously, a lot of you are going to be hearing WJR. Or Colorado as well, probably, right? A lot of you probably getting KDFD and also KGB down in San Diego. Charles, I'm looking your way. But here, this is it right here, 70 kilowatts XEABC. What frequency is the beach? Is that 750? Rob? Yeah, it is. Beach Radio, 25K. Okay, I'll give him a shot. I'll throw the Northwest wire up on him and see if I can null out SB enough to be able to pull him in. That would be a new province for me. I have Alberta, but not Saskatchewan, and not Manitoba. I have Ontario, but no Quebec from here. And obviously BC is a pipe dream from here probably, but I'll keep giving it a shot. There's Progresso, and I can confirm that. Yep, there's Progresso. XEABC is my 760 station, though, besides if I do have WJR. 770. Obviously, a lot of folks will be hearing either WABC, West Coasters probably hearing up here into Manteca, or KKOB out of Albuquerque. Can you believe I've been here since October? Well, I've been DXing since October. I've yet to hear KKOB out of New Mexico from New Orleans. I have KCKN out of Roswell on 1020, but no KKOB. Not even a hint. Not even a whisper. And I've used my Northwest loop, my Northwest wire. I've used my loops. I've done phasing. I've done all of that kind of stuff just to try to get them, and nothing. So I don't know why I have this hole where I can't get Albuquerque. It boggles the mind. And Rick, I've tried CBK up on 540. All I have here is Mexico, Mexico, Mexico on 540, and a little bit of Monroe up north of me. I'm having a hard time getting through there. I admittedly haven't spent a lot of time on that frequency. Oh, that could be a fun one. But I do need to try that out, because that's one that I definitely want to do. I want to add that one in. Uh, 770 RSCN, RCN, Colombia. That's what you got right here. So that's what I'm looking forward to me this week on 770 is Colombia. And hopefully, if I can add KKOB, I'm going to throw a little party over here, because that'd be great. Yeah, Rick, I'm thinking that might be a good idea, actually. I haven't done a lot on, like, focusing in and, like, really just hitting 540, but that could be a good idea. That reminds me, do I need to open up some room on my hard drive for recordings? I think I do. Yeah, I do. I need to open up some room. Okay. 780. A lot of folks, obviously, myself included, going to be fighting WBBM. Chicago. I know you out west are hearing Reno. Pretty jealous about that. I'd love to add Reno, Nevada. I have a head here that I've not heard before. It's a low, dull of a head. So it's not like up a 1K or anything. I was thinking maybe it could be... I was thinking maybe it could be 783, but maybe not. I'm not seeing anything here. And this antenna's not pointing anywhere oceanic, so kind of doubt that's anything worth a thing. But I hear the head, so that's interesting. That's too low for it to be 783, though. That's a low head.
This programming, though, coming up at 9:30, Craig Dellamore has a very interesting interview with Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Right now, time for the AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Daniel.
I'm not seeing it on the waterfall, though. Let me actually pull up the waterfall itself.
The area beginning at midnight tonight and lasting through noon tomorrow. For tonight, mostly cloudy. We do have a mixture of rain and snow developing around or just after midnight tonight. We expect that to change over to all snow from most locations by early tomorrow morning.
I can't believe I'm hearing someone talk about snow, and I was out today walking around in shorts on the beach, 70-some degrees, almost 80.
For the morning commute, that snow tapers off early in the afternoon, looking at a total of 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. Some locally higher amounts, though, north and west are high.
I'm not seeing anything on the waterfall here, Rob. I don't know, man.
20 in some suburbs to 26 at the lakefront.
Is that it over here? 09?
In the lower 40s. Thursday
That's
will
still...
be turning out mostly cloudy and perhaps we'll see an afternoon shower. Will be near 45, and then turning colder on Friday with some snow or flurries possible. High 34 degrees.
It's not very strong now. It's kind of flaked out on me.
Right now in O'Hare, mostly cloudy, 37 degrees along
when
the
I
lakefront,
go
36
north,
it's
gone.
9:16. WBBM Sports. Illinois wins the Big Ten championship after squeaking past Iowa 74-72. The Blackhawks fall to the Lightning 6-6.
I saw that.
Sports, here's Dave Kerner.
For like Saturday, 50s for a high here.
Will be going for the third time in 5 seasons after beating Drake 64-58 to win the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament in St. Louis.
Lucas Williamson, he's usually assigned to the opponent.
It was pretty strong there for a second. I'm seeing something here on the waterfall around .02. It looks like it's kind of drifting a bit. It could be this one here.
On the 5-year ride with
could be the 779-9945.
Can't imagine coming here and having the experience that I have had here, a part of this program without Lucas. From day one, I mean, summers he wouldn't leave me
Which would be a 25K out of Paraguay. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
And we just built up a bond, built up a connection. More than just basketball.
That's almost exactly where that would be, right here.
Also of note in college basketball, it was Nebraska.
Right there is the reported offset for Radio Primero de Marzo in Paraguay. 25K. Right, exactly where you see this offset right here.
The Ohio Valley Conference beating Morehead State. And Longwood University in Virginia.
Oh, come on.
Big South tournament. They're also going to the NCAA.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me, atmosphere.
Dave Turner, News Radio 105.
Now we have some music in here. Let's go back to our map and look and see who it could be. There's that Primero. They're at 150 degrees for me, almost 147. And this is a 150 degree antenna. It's pointing right at them. So I have a shot.
It's as good as it gets out there. No delays or incidents to report on your Eden. Stevens Spur is clear. Kennedy, O'Hare.
Some things to listen for here on 780. Is Coro still on? Out of Venezuela? I have checked their web stream a couple times. Well, they didn't have web stream. That's right. It was Trans World Radio Bonaire that I could hear them on, which I don't know what happened to them, but they're gone. I haven't heard Radio Coro in a while. I don't know if they're still on or not. But that's, if they are still on, that's an option that you could be hearing out of Latin America here with a Spanish station. Obviously, we have some stuff down here in Mexico, which is going to be primarily what I probably hear. It looks like about some 5K. There's a 10K there, XEGLO, so that could be a possibility for me. I'd like to get this Panamanian if I could. Costa Rica would be nice. We have a couple Colombias. I've heard this Radio Viva Pasto before, not here. Oh, no, sorry, Mike. The Trans World Radio SDR, the Kiwi SDR out of Bonaire is gone. The 800 PJB still there, but the Trans World Radio SDR is gone. I know they had one already in DR, didn't they, Rob? I know they had one there already, and they had the one in Bonaire. I guess they just shut off the Bonaire one, I guess, because it's been a while since I've seen it up. And it was such a good one for South America. It was beautiful into South America. It was as good into South America as the one in the Keys was to Cuba, which is another one I haven't seen in a while. Or the one in Brownsville is for Mexico. That one in Brownsville is fantastic if you're chasing Mexico. So yeah, a couple of options we could be looking at here for Spanish stations. My guess would be probably Mexico first, then Colombia, maybe Coro if they're still on. I don't know if they are or not. If they are, that's a good one for Venezuela. Yeah, I'd seen that one because I looked there before. I was trying to use it to hear Haiti, and my memory of the one in DR is that it's crap. It wasn't very good. So if they've improved it and made it better, maybe brought the stuff up from Bonaire to DR, that's great. But that one in Bonaire was just so perfectly placed for all this northern South America stuff. It was so wonderful. I'm going to miss that one. We need a replacement bad. But no, for the confirmed, 800 PJB in Bonaire is still on the air. That hasn't left. So they're still there. In fact, I don't want to start a nasty rumor here. They're still there. I have a local station on 800, so you're not going to really hear me here anyway, but they are still on the air. It's the Kiwi SDR that a lot of us used to check and do comparisons against. It's gone. But the station itself is still there.
It's 9:22.
So there you go. Everything from 693 up to 783 is our frequency of the week. We have the form in the chat. I'll put it back in one more time for everybody. There you go. So if you're looking for some Latin American stations, this is a great week for you. If you're looking for some stuff out west, this is a good week for you. As 720 is another target frequency for me. For KDWN over here in Nevada, I have not heard them yet. I desperately want to. I think they're putting me in the null because of Chicago, so hearing them is going to be kind of tricky, but I think people have done it, so so there you go. So yeah, I out west, Latin America, and apparently up into Canada too. I'll have to give this 750 a shot here for Saskatchewan. Or is that was Alberta? It was Saskatchewan, yeah. I'll have to give that a shot to see if I can hear them. Hear Beach Radio up here in Saskatchewan. There's our friend KERR out of Polson, Montana. Great DX tests to get when we got them. Those were nice. Great way to add Montana to the log when those DX tests were running. So yeah, we've got some stuff here. Again, out west, up into Canada, down into Latin America. For those of you who are in the Midwest, west side of this country, you've got a shot over here into the upper Northeast with New York. You got the Chicago station, stuff like that. And then our international friends, this is not U.S. only, obviously. For our international friends, we have you covered as well because we have that 693. So England, I know there's, plus our U.S. friends that do transatlantic stuff, if there's openings are there. 693 out of England is open now for you. That could be an option. And everything between that and 793. So very excited about this week. This is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a challenge, as the name implies, because it's just going to be a lot to kind of sort through. But I know you guys really enjoy, and I enjoy too, these wide weeks where we have a lot of stuff that we're going to be listening to. So
Mall of Georgia.
Let's check.
100 new feet or visit.
Back to 770 real quick. Oh, I need to take my blue lights back on here. We're off the top of the hour. I just kept on rolling. I think one of those is Rebelity. I think that music station is Rebelity. Maybe it's not. All right, Mike, are you hearing some this music in here? Got some horns in it. It almost sounds like a Spanish version of Mellow Yellow by Donovan. They're singing about Bonnie and Clyde in Spanish. Sounds like. Oh, I bet it's Artissima. Artemisa, sorry. I bet that's exactly who it is. It's on the north end of the island. Thanks, Alan. 73, my friend. Good DX. If anybody's able to pull up this Artemisa live stream, it sounds like they're doing an instrumental version of Only You.
más lento o calmado que la mayor parte de las canciones populares. Las baladas actuales son en su mayoría canciones de amor o de desamor. Siempre con un tinte melancólico y quizás hasta un poco triste.
Inscríbelos en el curso de programación para niños y niñas y aprovecharán su tiempo desarrollando actividades mental con creatividad. Cómpralo en Kelvis.com. Kelvis viene. Prueba el nuevo kit sabor a fumar. Refrescante sabor a cenizo y dulce. El invitado que faltaba en la mesa para disfrutar las comidas que nos gusta compartir.
We've got 2 Spanish stations here. One of them, I'm pretty sure, is RSANA here in Bogota with their 100K signal. Cuts through nice. Yep, they just said it. I'm starting to think that only you might be out of Mexico, actually, and not the Artemisa in Cuba. So a fun story, yesterday I was out in my front yard checking the mail. Neighbors were kind of sitting outside. You guys know I have my 16 by 53 foot north-south CAS in the front yard. Orange wire, you know, the amp and all that kind of stuff out there. And the neighbors were kind of sitting out in the street talking across the street from my house. And one of them walks up and he says, hey, got a question for you. I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, what's that contraption you got here going on? Pointing into the antenna. And I was like, oh, it's just a radio antenna. I never really go into detail because it's going to be like, you know, too much explanation, right? I'd say it's a radio antenna. And he goes, oh, okay, we were kind of wondering what it was. I was like, actually, no, it's a very sophisticated and complicated clothesline. And I just kind of walked away. And he's like, okay.
En RCN tenemos soluciones para cada una de las necesidades de nuestros oyentes.
Disfrutaban de la agrupación norteamericana Los Platters con el tema Auphonix. El mundo se mueve cuando cambian para
Evolucionamos para hacer entregas y no prevenciones. Por soluciones.
The RSANA is Colombia. And Mike, I'm not sure if you have anything on this female voice that's in here. I'm going to go ahead and record on this so I can keep this. If you have anything on this female voice that's in here, I hear the RSANA Colombia, big booming deep voice guy. There's a female talking in here as well that I'm trying to kind of decipher here. I'm not sure if you have anything on it. If it's maybe something you recognize. I hear Brittany underneath. It's the "Oops, I Did It Again." Don't ask me how I know that song. I used to work in radio. I don't know who this other station is. Okay, so that would be the W. Which will make sense. They play American pop music. But that's a new one. Not that. Oh, I need to stop. They are.
Siempre estoy hablando de no saben que pensando en tu amor, he podido ayudarme a vivir, he podido ayudarme a vivir, he podido ayudarme a vivir.
La música y sus géneros por Radio Autonómica a través de Prensa Dominicana.
Famosas baladas se interpretaron en tiempo de bolero, como Mis noches sin ti, compuesta por Demetrio Ortiz, y de la cual la cantante cubana Olga Corén hizo una versión en la década de los 60.
I don't know why it stops like that sometimes. I'm giving credit to you on that one, Mike, for, as always, for helping me get that one in the logbook. That always helps. And I appreciate you more than I can say. This has got to be Artemisa in Cuba. It's got to be. I'm not sure if anyone has. I can try to pull up their stream here. If anyone has it handy and can confirm that this very Cuban sounding music is actually coming from Cuba. Deal. We'll call it a deal. Oh, he's got jokes. He's got jokes, huh? We have a good time. Here, I'll show you BD Albor. Here, I'll show you how I usually do it. Let me just do it really quick.
La balada del amor perdido es un poema de la poetisa cubana Dulce María Loinás, al que el cantautor Amaury Pérez musicalizó.
Let me log into my Google Drive. I'll show you how I usually do mine. If this helps at all. All right. So here's my Google Drive. And you'll see how am I not signed in? Hold on. I don't know what it's talking about here that I'm not signed in. Okay. So here's my Google Drive. So what you have to do is you have to get a shareable link. So let's just say I'm going to use this one here. This is a WAV file that I have here. It's one of my recordings. If you right-click on the file in your Google Drive and click Get Link, and then you want to say here, anyone with the link can use it. And just copy your link, and that's it. That's oh, sorry, you're right. My bad. I screwed up. Okay, here we go. Google Drive, and here's the file. And if I right-click on the file, and go to Get Link, here's the little option. You can either restrict it, or you can say anyone who has the link, and then just copy your link, hit done, and then once you hit paste, hearing another ID in there in Spanish. Once you hit paste, it takes you to the link. So there you go. Take care, Carl. 73, man. So there you go. That hopefully helps. That's what I usually do when I'm sharing mine. Right-click on it, get link. Make sure this says anyone with the link can view. And then hit copy. And then you're good to paste it and send it to wherever you need to. Yeah, I think it's good. I think YouTube restricts sending links in the chat that's not from like me. I'm not sure if you're any of the Facebook groups, like the NRC Facebook group, but we post links there every once in a while of stuff that we've heard or are asking for help on. I do it with Mike all the time. If I can get it to pull up. There you go. Medium Wave DX, the National Radio Club. That's on Facebook. So if you go into like this Facebook group, you can post your link. And then Mike or whoever needs to help with it can give it a listen and help you out.
es exponencial, es decir, es un hecho histórico, es un fenómeno histórico. Lo que es exponencialmente es que de alguna forma la velocidad en la que se transcurre una noticia falsa es mucho
How much
mayor
room
que
do I have left on
cualquier
this
otro
hard
periodo de
drive?
la historia. Y por otra parte, todo este impacto que estamos viendo...
1
en
terabyte
los
left
conflictos,
out of 4.
pues, la desinformación y la
Or I have 5,
propaganda
sorry.
política se mezcla y es difícil que el
I gotta
ciudadano
free up some room.
encuentre una perspectiva de buena calidad informativa.
Y hablamos de dos guerras globales, si bien en apariencia parecen regionales o territoriales.
All right, let's check that Artemisa
rusa, pero también de la guerra global de la
stream.
desinformación, que tiene capítulos particulares en la región, en Miquel.
Sí, totalmente. Lo hemos visto en diferentes fenómenos, en diferentes conflictos, como ha pasado en el proceso de Cataluña en los últimos años, y ha pasado, por ejemplo, en conflictos con pequeños focos de conflicto, pues en Hong Kong, por ejemplo, y lo estamos viendo en Ucrania. Al final es esta idea de lo que lo local es global, y lo global se convierte en global. Por tanto, de alguna forma se configura un marco del cual el derecho a la información...
I'm gonna pause my SDR for a second. Let's listen to the live radio from Radio Artemis. If it'll actually work. I haven't been able to get these Cuban streams to work lately, which is odd. There we go. So yeah, see, it's not loading. On here, 7:80 a.m. See if I can get it to work on this side. Okay, so we got some nice old school Cuban music.
Por los memes, compuesta por Leo Carmen y que le invito a disfrutar.
En 1974, el cuarteto cubano Los Meme conquistaba éxitos entre la juventud de aquella.
I think that's them. I hear them down in there. Yeah, that's definitely the Cuban there. And that's another new one. I'm not hearing my Columbia anymore. Other than the AMDX groups, I don't really do a lot on Facebook anymore either, actually. That's pretty much all I do is the Facebook groups. For AMDX and promoting DX Central and putting out DX Central stuff and all of our announcements and everything. That's really all I'm ever doing. I don't know about that. That could be her. I don't know, man. I still don't know about that. I hear Gorilla's in there now. guessing that's W down there in Mexico.
Feel good.
Oh, I love Gorillaz. I'm a big Damon Albarn fan. I love Blur. I love Gorillaz. I love some of the new stuff he's doing too. Hey, I get to flip a page. All right, get that in the log. I think that is Cuba, Bill. If that's still them, let me pull that stream back up and I'll verify for us. Pretty sure though it's them. I'm not hearing RSANA in Colombia anymore. They were loud earlier, but they're gone now. Okay, here we go. No, wrong one. Go back. There we go. Well, it's not going to let me pull it up, but... So that, yeah, 50s style Cuban music, that is Radio Artemisa.
Incluyeron en su pentagrama el género de la balada e interpretaron baladas como Habana, He venido y Mis sentimientos.
Yep, that's her. That's who I've been hearing.
Habana o Hermosa Habana es una balada compuesta por Rolando Vergara en el año 1965.
Me too, Bill.
Y que los Zafiros incluyeron en los temas que interpretaron durante el mismo año por Europa. Temas que propongo disfrutar a continuación.
So we've got RCN down in Colombia, which was loud earlier. I'm not hearing them now at all. I never even heard this one when I was in Charleston. That's really surprising. I thought I heard all of Cuba when I was in Charleston. But we also added XCF RTM in Mexico, W, according to Mike. Been playing Britney Spears and Gorillaz. No sign of Colombia, though. Oddly enough. I don't get that at all. They were booming. Now they're gone. Oh well. All right, you guys got it. We're gonna let you do this top of the hour, 693 to 783. There's your frequency range for this week. We got the link here for the Google form in the chat. I'm about to put it up on social media here in a bit, on my Twitter feed, and also up on some of the Facebook groups. So there you go. All right, my friends, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Been a long weekend of fun radio stuff, but time to get ready for the work week. Thanks as always to the IRCA, NRC for your support and helping to bring this live stream to fruition every week, every Sunday, 1945 Central Time, 0145 UTC. And yeah, have fun, my friends. Go enjoy. Hopefully you get some new stuff in your logbook this week. Take care. 73 Best of DX. We'll see you next week. Take care.